Hey besties, so as you can tell, I finished my sun tapestry, and this is the first video you're watching, then you probably couldn't tell that, but I did in the last video that I put up. I finished that, so now it's there forever, my lesbian sun, and then this is the bisexual moon that I'm working on. I think they're gonna be the same size, but this looks huge when I do this on the camera, so I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? But yeah, I'm also, in addition to being gay, I'm also an astrologer, and like I go back and forth between, like, you know, compulsory heterosexuality. So like I'll go back and forth between like I'm a lesbian for sure, and then like I'll find out like a guy likes me, and then I'll be like, maybe I'm bisexual, and then like it doesn't go well. I'm like, you know what, that wasn't real, and actually I was a lesbian the whole time, and that whole thing was just like, I don't, like, I have a reason why I was like dating a man, you know, like I actually secretly had feelings for like a girl, but like you know, that kind of thing. But she's not gay, so like she wasn't dating me, so I had all this love, nowhere to put it. Anyway, so I'm like, I actually dated a man for like gay reasons, so actually I was a lesbian all along. And it's just like, then another guy will like me, I'm like, you know what, maybe it'll work out this time. And this happened like 4 times, I guess 3 times, and then the 4th, because the first one I did already, yeah, that was what the one I was talking about where I like already liked a girl. So yeah, like 4 times I've just like gone back and forth, and I was joking with myself in my head, not like out loud obviously, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm like lesbian sun, bisexual moon, and like asexual rising. I did think I was asexual for a while in college. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Let's see, we've got, nope, we're gonna keep going there and there. Whoa. Okay, yeah, I have to do a color change on the next row, so that's gonna be exciting. Anyway, let me talk until I get to that part. But yeah, so I was thinking more about my cat tapestries. Again, for those of you who don't know, I made another one in this color, and then it didn't look quite right. I was using the wrong hook, I think, and I kind of ran out of the blue like 1 row short, and so it was like just kind of like weird, like I could just tell that something was off, so I took it apart and made a new one with a lighter blue, and I have another one with the dark blue, not this dark blue, like a darker shade. So I have like 3, like it'll be like a little ombre thing with little cats. So I have the dark blue as the cat, and then I just used the white from this one and this one as the background, and I wasn't sure. I think I'm about here, so I started from the bottom, now I'm here. Started from the whole bottom, now the whole team fucking here. Okay. Drake's annoying, I don't like him, I shouldn't have quoted, anyway, whatever. Yeah, so I have mostly, this is all blue and this is white, and then I'm like kind of stuck here because I don't have any more white. So I'm thinking maybe if I take it out till I'm like halfway. I had another plan with like, I would need to bring in another color and make like another cat tapestry to like make all of the colors work together, which I still could do. So it's basically just like a gray, so I'm like, I could do like half and half, keep the blue cat, the dark blue, and just do white on the bottom and then like gray on the top for the background, and then make a 4th one that would use like gray and all the other colors, the white, because I would have more because I would take some of it out. So like the white, light blue, medium blue, and the dark blue, just to round it all, bring it all together. But then I was thinking maybe I could like frog it to halfway and then swap the colors and see if I have enough white to just finish the like cat's head, instead of, because there's more stitches in the background than there are on the cat, so especially up here. Down here it's like, you know, obviously. Okay. So yeah, I'm like, maybe that'll work. So I'm probably gonna try that, and then if that doesn't work, try the other thing, because then I'll have like one of each, and they're like a little bit different. And I don't know. I think the fourth one would just like, I'd be annoyed working on it, you know? So I'm like, I've already done this, like, because like that many times, 9 and then 10, because I made the one and then frogged it, and then that's 10, so this is 11, and then the one that I'm working on is 12, and then so like I made a lot of cats. When I was working on this, the bottom here, like when I only had this part, let's really make it, okay, when it was just like down here, it felt like I was making another cat. I've just made so many cats. Like, oh gosh, this is gonna turn into another cat somehow. And then there were some patterns. There were some patterns that had like a cat sitting on the moon with like its tail hanging down. I was like, that'd be cute. I could have done that, but I was trying to only use one other color, so I'm like, I could have used black or something and done that. But yeah, I didn't. So the other thing that was funny is for some of the pixels, like pixel art things that I found on Pinterest, on the moon, they would have stars like here, you know, and it's like the moon is still here. Even if it's a crescent moon, it's still here. You can't put stars on here because this is just gonna be the dark, it's not the far side of the moon, but it's like the, if it's a crescent moon, like you can still see it, it's just like darker. But it's like a lot of patterns and like pictures will have stars in the moon. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I was telling my dad too, like, I don't know, I kind of like the idea of having the stars just because it would, like, I feel like it would bring a little bit more balance to, like, there wouldn't be so much of just the bisexual flag colors. Like, there'd be a little bit more stuff going on in here, a little bit more variety, which, like, if you're doing color changes all the time, that's kind of annoying anyway. So this is actually pretty easy. This was a lot of like back and forth, especially like going like these rows in the middle, kind of like where it's like white and then the color and then 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 white. It's like a lot of back and forth. This is like nothing near that. So yeah, it's a lot easier. But yeah, I was telling my dad, like, it doesn't make sense to have the stars here, does it? And I was kind of trying to draw them like in the corners and stuff, but it kind of looks weird without them. Like, if I had a little bit bigger of a background, like a square around it, and had a little bit more like stars, but I was just like putting like one star in each corner is just kind of like weird, and then like the whole middle's empty. I don't know, but I'm pretty happy with it so far. I like how this one turned out. I like how there's like this stripe in the middle, kind of like the actual lesbian flag. There's like the white stripe, and like the purples and the orange, kind of like there's a little bit of purple and orange in like each of the little, this one barely has any orange. It has like one little tiny row, but it's got some orange. Oh, there's some on the top too. So and there's the red, but I wanted a little bit more of the lighter orange in there. But yeah, I thought it would balance more because this one starts with light orange, so I was like, if it ended with that color too, well, I started at the bottom and then work up, so it started with the light orange, so I wanted it to end with the light orange up here too, but it doesn't, but it's okay. Yeah, they all have a little bit of all of the colors, and then this one, it's a little different than I imagined it would be. I thought the colors would kind of pool a little bit more. They're just like very stripy. I thought they'd make a little bit bigger kind of like pools. It's called color pooling when you do like a variegated yarn and like make it, but yeah, I didn't like plan it out to pool, and it's it's hard when I'm like switching with the white. It would be like just like too much. But yeah, I thought there'd maybe be like a little bit more like bigger chunks of pink together and like blue, which I don't even really think this looks like blue. I think it looks like purple. But there's one there's this part of the moon where like I'm on the back side, so if I see a little bit of yarn like poking through the front that like I just wasn't pulling it tight enough when I was working over, I'll pull it to the back. And there's one right here, and like when I'm just looking at this with the white around it, I'm like, okay, I do see how one could consider that blue, but like it looks purple in of all the other contexts. So yeah. Anyway, like I've already discussed my problems with, like, I think it's like pink and not purple on the flag, and this is like orange and red instead of like light orange and just like a darker orange. I'm just like, it's supposed to be different colors. But I still, as many problems as I have with this yarn, it's still like really soft. It's still like, this still looks really pretty. This looks really pretty. I like the colors. They're like, they look nice. They're like vibrant, as I said before. I still want to go back to Joanne and get like some of the other ones. Like I said, I thought I was asexual for a while, and then like if I want to do my actual sun, moon, and rising, I could do like lesbian sun, bisexual moon, and then like I've seen pixels of Saturn that I could do. And then if I had like the asexual yarn, I would do that, like Saturn. Probably like a black background wouldn't work because there's a black stripe and there's a white stripe. There's a gray stripe. Oh my gosh. What would I even do? I don't know. I'd figure something out. I'm like, could I just do like a yellow background? I think that might look kind of weird. Or like, just kind of like space, like not black, but like a dark blue-ish color, and just like, yeah, as long as it contrasted enough with the black that you could tell, like this has like the light orange, peach colors, but like you can still tell what shape it's supposed to be. Like there's enough contrast with the white, so as long as, yeah, if I could get like a dark blue that looked like space colors, and then like the asexual yarn, that would be fun. And then there's like a lot of stuff I could do with the rainbow yarn, but I don't really need rainbow yarn because I could just buy like a full skein of red, a full skein of orange, yellow, green, blue, which like I could do with these too, but like I just think like the rainbow, if I was gonna do a rainbow one, I would want it to be more like, well, I actually had a couple ideas. So like there's some there's a lot of things on Pinterest. There's a lot of that, like, you know, the goose game, the like, I forgot what it's called, but I have it on my Switch. It's like that goose that like is threatening everyone. And there's a bunch of pictures of like the goose with like a knife in its mouth and stuff. And it's just like that, like the goose holding like a pride flag. So it's like, I would want to do like the stripes, you know, something like that. Or like, I was thinking maybe like a piano, but with like colorful, like that would be cool in like variegated kind of, but like also in order, like red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Roy G. Biv, you've seen it before. Anyway, yeah, like what would I do with the, oh, I was thinking if I did like a square like this and have like a blue background, and then like in black I would do like the outline of a rainbow with like stripes in it, but I would do like fill it in with the variegated, I think I'm using that word right, the yarn that like changes colors like this. Yeah, I think that would look cool. So like if I ever get my hands on that, even though like Joann's bankrupt now, I guess, and so they're like closing forever, probably already closed. I don't even know. It's so sad. I want more. Like, I had this yarn for a while and didn't really do anything with it, like the lesbian yarn. And then I started just like trying to learn how to knit, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take this out and like use this for something else eventually. But like, I just wanted to practice knitting, like teach myself and then practice knitting in the round. So I bought circular needles and I was doing that. And I did like take it out to make this. And then, yeah, I thought I had a crush on a boy for a minute, which is when I bought this one. It's like, you know what, maybe I am. Maybe he could be the one, you know? It's like different from all the rest, and then he's like not different at all. Like, he's actually worse than, just kidding. He's worse than all of them. No, he's not worse than most of them. He's just like not worth, you know? He's not boyfriend material. It's not worth changing my sexuality. I changed my bio on Instagram anyway. Yeah, well, because I just like was adding him and I didn't want him to see that and then think I like didn't like him, because I didn't, but I thought I did. I don't know, it's confusing, you know, but I don't think I did. Also, it's late, so I'm having wine instead of tea. Yeah, so if you saw my video, my last video, which was like 2 days ago, I've been posting like almost every day for like a month or so. Probably not that long, 3 weeks, I don't know. But I've been posting like almost every day. And then like 2 days ago, my dad said, or he didn't say anything. He kind of like ignored me and it hurt my feelings. And I told him as he was leaving that day that I was like annoyed that he was like ignoring me at breakfast. And then he brought me coffee and I was like, oh my, like when he came home, he like gave me coffee and said he was sorry. I was like, that's nice, but it like didn't make me feel better. Like, because of all the other things I was saying in the video, like I was like, I just still like feel really like lonely and like unloved. And so like, yeah, I didn't make a video yesterday. I was like not in a good mood. And then I was thinking about like, I can't remember if I learned this from the movie I Am Legend. They talk about Bob Marley a lot in there. I don't know if this is like from the movie or if I learned this somewhere else, but I think like, and I could be mixing it up with something else. I do that sometimes. But yeah, so apparently he like got shot at one point and he went on and performed like a concert the next day, and he was like, they're not taking a day off. I can't take a day off either, you know? It was like, I was thinking about all the like manosphere guys and like all the shit that's happening in the government and like how terrible everything is and like all the attacks on trans people, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe we do just need a video of like some of the lesbian sun and the bisexual moon in the background just to like, I don't know, remind people that it's normal. Being gay is normal. Yeah, that was one of the first things that like Hitler and the Nazis did, was burning the like books that, I forget like all the exact details off the top of my head, but there was like a library of like LGBTQ knowledge, like books and just like studies, or I don't know what was there, but just all kinds of information about gay people and trans people, and then that was all burned. I don't know if y'all are on Blue Sky. I tried out Blue Sky for a little bit, and Patton Oswalt, I was following him, like a lot of people followed him and he was like pretty funny, I thought, and then he made a joke that like I thought was really bad, and I was looking through the comments, like the replies, I guess, and I don't know, it got like mixed replies, and it was after like Elon Musk did the you know what salute. I'm just gonna say it, Nazi salute. I don't feel like I'm gonna get like censored for that, I don't know, but he did that at the inauguration, and then Patton Oswalt said something like, oh, don't worry, it wasn't the Nazi salute, he was just like punching a transgender ghost in the throat or something. Like throat punching a transgender ghost, he probably said. I was like, I don't I don't think that's doing what you think it's doing. Like, I don't know. I mean, I got like a lot of people were claiming that it wasn't a Nazi salute and that it was something else, and so like I get like playing along with that and be like, don't worry guys, it wasn't that. And like as a comedian, just like satirizing like people's response to it, like, okay. And then like he is transphobic, so it's like, okay, that makes sense. But like, I don't know, I was just like, that was one of the things, like Nazis are transphobic too, so like what do you, like, he's not doing a Nazi salute, he's just doing something transphobic, which the Nazis were transphobic. So like, I don't know, I just, it didn't really, and it's like making me imagine violence against a trans woman. Like, I don't know. I was like, I don't like even the goat, like a dead trans, like, I'm just like, I don't like it. And then I was, like I said, I was going through the comments and someone was like, oh yeah, I thought that was pretty gay of him. And I was like, that made me really mad too. I was like, you know, like gay people were some of the first targets of the Nazis. Like, what do you, and they're like, oh yeah, gay, like, I was like, what, and that's bad or what? And then I elaborated. I was like, I just want to like come back to this to say that gay people were some of the first, like gay and trans people were some of the first targets. I think I just said gay at the time, sorry. Yeah. And then they're like, oh no, gay people are great. Sorry, I was kidding. You didn't get that from my tone? Like, no, I didn't get that from your tone. I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting, but I was like, I just like don't think that was a good joke. For either one, like Pat Oswalt or that response, I was like, yeah, that was pretty gay of him. Like, okay, shut the, didn't you see that Hillary Duff commercial? Don't say that's so gay. Or she doesn't say don't say it, she just says when you say that's so gay. Do you know what you're saying? Oh, okay. Oh, alrighty. So this is gonna be a color change row. It's gonna be complicated. I've already been talking for like 22 minutes. I'm gonna show the right side. This is pretty good. I'm really happy with my progress. And I did end up frogging for no reason again. What the heck? I was about here. I done this. Yeah, it was like not that long ago. Okay, so this last row of the straight line right here, I was like looking at my chart and I thought this was like a little bit lower. Like I thought, oh, I messed up and I was supposed to leave this not white, the bi-colors. So I took it apart and then I looked back at my notes and I was like, no, there definitely are, there's 3 pixels of this in a row. So that's 12 rows because I quadrupled it. So I did that twice for no reason. And now I'm a little bit less far than I could have been, but still, whatever, it's life, that's life. As I was saying, it's not government work if you don't have to do it twice. It's Jerry from Parks and Rec. It's not crochet if you don't have to do it twice. That's me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this video at that. Tune in. I think I said before, like, I usually make videos when my dad's gone because he's loud, like he was splitting logs and it's just like a loud machine where he'll like play loud music and stuff. So it's just like easier to just wait till he leaves to start filming. So yeah, he's usually gone like at some point on Saturdays and Sundays, and then like some days during the week he's not. So it's not like, so I'm not posting every weekday, I'm just posting like when I get a chance to make a video. I love this, makes it look like I have a little like hair headdress thing. It's so cute. Anyway, really happy with it, and I will see y'all probably tomorrow. I don't know, who knows. But have a good life until then, or if we never see, why am I dragging this out so long? I always think it's funny when people are like, welcome to my channel, or if it's your first time, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here, or if you're returning, welcome back. I'm like, you could just say welcome, like you could just say like, I don't even say it, I'm just like, hey besties, and just start talking. So I don't know why it's so much harder for me to end them. I'm just like blah blah blah. Go listen to my Valentine's Day album, go check out my astrology channel, my bisexual moon and lesbian sun, asexual rising. Yeah, okay, that's it. Bye.